Hey, welcome to Soul Sisters Speak. We are finally here. We are here in this moment because we want you guys to hear two soul sisters speak. I am LC Frazier. Most of you probably already know what LC stands for, and you will learn about Frazier as we go on this journey. And I have my girl here as well. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
What is up, y'all? My name is Brittany, aka Bee Nicole, BKA Soul Rebel, and I'm super excited to be here with you all and my sister, LC.
Yes, I'm excited as well. I'm telling you, when we first talked about this, I was excited because I know that there are melanated women all across the globe that are having these conversations. And so we wanted to come and have a place where we share these conversations with you guys. Conversations that are very near and dear to our hearts. And I mean, we can tell you exactly what Soul Sisters Speak stands for. I think B can help us with that.
Absolutely. So I'll start by telling you all how Soul Sisters Speak was birthed. LC and we go back, I believe we met in 2018 in the acting realm. We both were in these plays together, and we ended up forming our own bond, and I'm super grateful for that. As we developed our sisterhood, we went through some things and beautiful things. And we just had this idea to collaborate and share our stories, and some of the conversations that we, discuss amongst ourselves, we just both felt as though it would be awesome if we can share this with other people to connect with us, and then connect with the stories that we tell and the moments that we've shared, and, just a whole bunch of different things that we'll go into a little bit later. But that is pretty much how Soul Sisters Speak came to be. And I'm going to pass it back to LC.
Absolutely. I think we also, we formed a friendship, a sisterhood. And I know me personally, I don't have a ton of friends. I mean, I have friends, but not close friends. And so I know that I'm not the only person in the world that feels like this. And so when I do find a true companion, I like to hold on to them. And I finally got to a place in my life where I was committed to doing the work that it takes to have true sisterhood. And I felt that from you too, like truly. And that's magic. And so we want to share this magic because we want to heal, right? We want to heal ourselves. We want to help heal people. And I think that healing starts with conversation. And so that is what we're going to do. So let's jump into, let's just discuss what sisterhood means to us. How about that?
Yes.
What does sisterhood mean to you?
Sisterhood to me is pretty much a reflection of myself, like all things are that I create. Sisterhood is a safe and sacred space to be myself or be ourselves authentically without judgment. Sisterhood to me is creating together, building one another. Sisterhood is extremely important to me. And I didn't even realize how important it is to me maybe like a couple of years ago, maybe 5 years ago, maybe 6 years ago. But I just realized the importance of having sisters you can turn to, sisters who motivate you and uplift you. Like, it really is. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's so important. So sisterhood to me is just super sacred. It's super sacred. especially with like my sisters, you know, is super sacred because only we know what it is that we experience. No one can relate to that but us.
Absolutely. No, I totally agree. I love that you said sacred because I was gonna say sisterhood is it's a place because I know it's a thing, but it's also a place, right? It's a place where you can be vulnerable. And I so often hear people talk about their day ones and yada yada yada, right? And for me, I have always felt like my day ones are my sisters. I have two best friends that I grew up with, and they are my day ones because the space that we share together is vulnerable. And I suppose that translates to sacredness as well. And I want more people to understand just how, let me just stick with what I think it means to me. And we'll get into all the rest along the way. But sisterhood to me means being vulnerable. It means loyalty. It means commitment. It means I choose you. I choose you wholeheartedly. And I'm invested in you, right? I'm loving you unconditionally. Now, my presence is conditional. My love is unconditional, but my willingness to be around you, that's conditional. But it means that we care for one another. We're going to sow and grow together. And that means that we're going to have good times and bad times. But at the end of the day, we are still going to be together. And that's hard work. That's hard work. That's hard work, but it's worth it, you know? So that's what it means to me. And in terms of how important it is to me, it is everything to me. You know, I grew up as the only girl. Are you the only girl too?
On my mother's side, yes. On my father's side, no.
Okay.
We'll talk about that another day.
But yeah, it's important to me though because I grew up as the only girl. I do have, you know, my dad has a daughter as well, so I do have a sister. But in my household, I grew up as the only girl, and I yearned for female connection, that closeness. And when I got it, I latched onto it. And so when I meet people like you that I really feel a connection with, that means the world to me. Like sisterhood is so powerful. It doesn't have to be catty, it doesn't have to be petty, it's not jealousy, it's not hate, it's not ignorance. It's the opposite of all those things. And so it means the world to me. It also means that I can be crazy. I can be my weirdly creepy, exotic, dorky self.
Sexual.
Yes, sexual free.
This is everything.
It's everything.
It's everything.
It's everything. I love it. Yeah. So yeah.
I have a question for you.
What's up?
And I'll answer too. When would you say that you realized that you and I actually shared more than, you know, just, oh, that's my friend or that's my acquaintance. Oh, not before even acquaintance. Oh, she's cool. Like, when did it develop into actual sisterhood?
Remember the first night we went out together? So, okay, let's back it up. As we said earlier, we met. We were in a show together. Yes. We were acting, and we were actually arch nemesis. Is that how you say it? And our characters were like characters hated each other.
Oh wait, no, was I fucking your husband? I was fucking your husband.
Yeah, my husband. Yeah. That show, it was very complex, very multi-layered, and so we were like, yeah, on stage, people would think we hated each other. And during that time, we weren't very close. We didn't know each other. But on stage, I felt this comfort with you. I was like, I have to be really mean to her, and she has to be really mean to me. And I felt like we could do that, and we left it on the stage. And when I realized we left that energy on the stage, which is where it belonged, and when we went backstage, it was just love, I was like, I want to know her. I want to know her. And me, I can be very shy when it comes to that. My closest friends will tell you, we're not close because I sought them out. I'm very much so like, if you want to be my friend, I'm so like recluse sometimes that you really have to like, you have to really keep coming for me, keep being persistent. But I feel like you were just doing your thing. You were not like, Tasha, hang out with me. That's not you. But you were putting vibes out here and there, and I was putting vibes out here and there that we were interested in having a friendship. And so I feel like we would have these surface conversations, and then one day we was like, let's just go out. Let's just go out together. Let's just go out. We didn't have a full plan. And we just ended up going out one night. I will never forget it. We went out, and I knew we were sisters when we sat in that alley. This is going to sound so ratchet, but when we sat in that alley on those wooden slats, very clean wooden slats for an alley, by the way. Very clean. And we just sat there, and we just talked about how we were dope and how we just wanted to be enlightened and we loved each other, and it just all felt so true and sincere, and I felt safe. And I was like, I could go anywhere with this girl right here, and I would feel safe, I would feel secure, I would feel loyalty, I would feel partnership, because friendships are partnerships. And as we were, I have never sat in an alley, I've never I'm sorry. They could be like, what? I've never sat in the alley. I've never, like, we got free food that night, right? From the kitchen, y'all. We got free food. We were sitting behind a restaurant, and the kitchen is at the back of the restaurant. The door was open to the kitchen, so we could see into the kitchen. We see them cooking. We see the smoke going up. We see all of this. And it was it, what kind of food was that? Jamaican. And the cooks or something came out and was like, y'all hungry? Y'all want some food? Like, da, 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 da. We was just like, at first I was kind of like, I shouldn't say yes. And I feel like, B, you was with it. You was with it.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, you know what? I'm with it too. And so we sat in the alley eating Jamaican food, just enjoying being alive and being able to do this. And that's when I knew that's my sister.
Yes. That was
okay. That was a long story.
That was an amazing story. And that was the time. Listen, y'all gonna have to excuse my locks. I don't know what's going on. We gonna rock with it. This is super. The first time that I knew
it's beautiful
was that same exact night, and it just became more clear as we spent more time together. The night when I knew that you were like really about the shit was when, okay, so this is after the 8th Street Festival. We had ran into another one of our, what would we call her? A colleague, actor friends. She was out, and she told us about her birthday that was coming up. Long story short, we ended up having to break into her actual birthday party, and it was Tasha's idea. I was super ready to like find something else to do, but Tasha was like, no, we're going to go break into her party and we're going to have a great time. And we did just that. And after that, I was just like, this is I know that she's my sister. She's a part of my soul tribe. Like, because I'm with all of this stuff. And yeah, that's when I knew I it was definitely confirmed. Like, this is someone I can't let go of. I'm not going to let go of. But we definitely did have our moments, and I don't really know what sparked that moment where we kind of like began to like the distance began. And
yeah,
I feel as though, and I'm bringing it back to sisterhood for me. I know that because of like my own personal experiences with sisters, and my own trauma, you know, I have doubted certain connections, and I have went into hermit mode where it's like, I'm just going to be by myself, like just strictly by myself to protect myself. but that isn't protecting myself. And I've realized that, you know, and that moment of us not being in contact with each other and not really communicating, it confirmed even more, like, no, this is really someone that I really love, I really care about. Like, we gotta figure out how we're gonna get this back, not even back, get this to where it's destined to be, because I love her, and this is divine, this connection. So, but yeah,
I agree. I know exactly what you're talking about. I remember. I don't know how it happened exactly either, but I think that you know how earlier I said, like, I've worked really hard on just trying to be transparent. And I remember I reached out to you a couple times. I was like, "Hey, is everything okay? Hey, like I was like, it was on my phone. Like, is there something I said, or is everything okay? Like, are we good?" And you told me we're good. And so I think that very often, it's like you said, like sometimes people become hermits, and then the other person, it's very easy for them to then attack the hermit that's in its shell, right? Because they want that hermit's attention or whatever. And when I saw what you were doing, I wanted to just let you know that I was there, and that, like, I love you, and I don't know you well enough just yet to be like, knowing how to navigate your ways, but I'm here. If you want to still be my friend, I'm here because I want to be your friend. But I had to respect what you were going through, even though I know what it was. And I feel as though there was a moment when I had decided maybe this, like, I want to be her friend, but maybe this just isn't going to work. And I remember asking, like, God, universe, like, I don't want this to end, but I don't know what else to do. So I'm just going to do what I feel is right, which is to give her space. Like, I decided, like, I'm not going to text her. I'm not going to bother her. I'm going to let her be. That very day, you were like, yo, we need to link. And I was like, thank you. Like, and I think when you really want something, when you really are invested in something, it happens, right? I think we both really wanted sisterhood. We really wanted to love each other. And that's what we did. Yeah. Like, through prayer, manifestation, through internal work. And so I'm glad, like, and that's another reason why we are doing this. That's why we're having this discussion, because very often people are very self-absorbed, right? And we all have been self-absorbed, and we cannot put our ego to the side to notice that somebody else is going through something. And so what we end up doing is saying, you know what, she wasn't never my friend anyway. She jealous, she this, she that, you start attacking to protect your own ego. And that is not what sisterhood is. Sisterhood is putting yourself to the side and asking yourself, what can I do for my sister? What does she need? Universe, what do I need to, what kind of energy should I be sending her? And then listen, and then do just that. And that's a hard thing to do sometimes. And that is what I think me and you strive to do all the time. We're always striving to know what the other person needs and how to give that to them. And if we're capable of giving that to them, because if we're not, we can say, hey sis, hey friend, I don't know how to advise you on that, to be honest. I maybe I could point you in a different direction, but it's all about being vulnerable and being there, just being there without judgment. And I think that's what we're doing. That's what we're trying to do. Because I don't want people to think that we perfect, because obviously we're not. We're still in this bag of flesh, the skin.
But we're still doing it, I feel like when we use words like trying to, it's like a crutch. We're doing it. And what allows us to effectively and efficiently do that is us doing our own individualized healing work. That is everything. Because I know that I have to realize and recognize and pinpoint certain patterns within myself so that I can not only receive the energy that I want to from my sisters,
Yeah.
but also show up for my sisters.
Yep.
Because that's important as well. And in order to show up for anyone, I have to show up for myself and make sure that I am full enough to efficiently and effectively do just that. So, yes,
Yeah.
you have definitely, you do the work.
So do you.
Yes.
And I encourage everybody, if there's a moment with your sister, whether it's your biological sister, right, or your tribe. I'm going to speak specifically to people that have tribes, especially people that have tribes that are not blood related. I know for me, I am close. I love my family, my biological family. Oh my gosh, so much. But I have deeply rooted connections with sisters like you know, who I believe I am cosmically related to. And so I want to encourage people to see the good, you know, in your sister, recognize the bad, but see the good and try to, I guess, what am I trying to say? Try to honor that. Honor the good that you see in your chosen tribe. And then honor yourself as well. Mm-hmm. And what I mean by that is if my friend or my sister is going through something, how can I support her? How can I see that B is this beautiful, wonderful being, but B is struggling right now? How can I honor her? What can I do to help her? Even if it's not me physically being with you doing it, it's me doing it from a distance. How can I do that? Right? And put myself to the side. And I kind of touched on this earlier, but I just feel like it's important. How can I put my ego to the side so that I can genuinely be there for another person? And how can you do that? It's like you just said, it's by dealing with yourself, dealing with your ego. Mm-hmm. Dealing with why, because I'm also bringing this up because a lot of people say, I don't have female friends. I just don't. I don't have female friends, right? I don't have sisters, right? And they say that you can't be friends with a lot of women. And I just disagree with that. I think that if we did the work, if we put our egos, if we dealt with ourselves and who we are and what insecurities we have, we could then honor our sister, right? We could then see their insecurities and see the good in them and honor that. I'm ranting a little bit, which you know I do all the time, but I just want to promote healthy sisterhood. I want to promote self-awareness. Be aware of who you are and who your tribe is and what they need. Because if you know what they need and you know what you need, then the rest is just the work. Just do it. Yep. Anyway. So yeah, I mean that's that. Yeah, y'all. Like this is where we be going. I mean, we get juicier than this. We're both going to we are at a place in life where we are comfortable with being transparent. We're learning to be comfortable being uncomfortable, which means we're going to delve into these things even deeper. You may learn a lot about us. And in turn, we hope we learned about you, because we definitely want you to drop in the comments what sisterhood is to you, right? Tell us an example or a situation where you met someone and you realize that was your sister. How did that happen for you? Because it is a beautiful moment. If you have a real sis, a real companion, there was a moment where the magic happened. And we would love to hear about that. We would love to hear about that. Share that, because guess what? It's going to help the next sis and the next and the next and the next.
For sure. That was beautiful.
Yeah. We're gonna drink to that.
that was amazing.
You want to shout out? Thank you. You're amazing. You're amazing. We want to shout out so we're also playing blah, blah, blah. I'm gonna say B definitely is big on community and what is the word I'm looking for? Honoring, spotlighting individuals, especially Black owned businesses or melanated individuals who are doing things. And so we always want to commit a time frame in the episodes to shout them out. And so, B, I don't know who you got cooked up over there, but I know you got somebody in your bag.
You know I do. And thank you for that segue. This episode, I would definitely love to shout out, shameless brag, but myself. I would like to start off this episode by shouting out my damn self. If you would like to connect with me, visit www.rebelassemblage.com. There you will see many things. You will see manifestation candles. You will see protection vows. You will see upcoming virtual events where I interview amazing yoga enthusiasts and mind developers and creatives, much like myself. If you want to see all of that amazing stuff, I also get a little personal, not a lot of personal on my website. So if you want to connect with me, www.rebelassemblage.com. I would also like to just spotlight my sis, LC. She has some body positivity events coming up really, really soon. So stay tuned. Where can they find you, LC?
Yeah, so you can find me on Instagram at LC_Frazier. And B is a superstar. My page is simply a place where you can come and you're going to see and hear me talk shit. You're going to hear and see me really speaking on body positivity. You're going to see my fupa in several pictures because guess what? That is just a part of a woman's body, fupas. You're going to hear me really go against the grain, right? And acknowledge the fact that we're living in a very complex world where you got half of the spectrum wanting these Instagram model bodies, plastic bodies, which I'm not knocking. But then you got the other side of the coin where people are embracing their natural bodies, right? But then you got this weird part in the middle where you got a group of people that don't know, they're struggling. They're just like, I want to be in the best shape of my life. I want to be fit. I want to have a small waist. But at the same time, I love having the natural curves and kinks and dips and bumps on my body that a woman has. And that's where I am on my page. I'm in that middle, that nasty part, right? Where it's like
nasty. I like it nasty.
So yeah, you're gonna see that's really all I'm doing right now. I will maybe become an adult one day and get a website. So yeah, LC_Frazier. Come and check me out, follow me and just converse with me. So yeah, that is it. Yeah, that's all for now. That's all.
Awesome. I would like to thank all of you for joining us today. If you would like to connect with myself or LC, feel free to check out all of our information in the description box of this video. We have more amazing content coming your ways. Yeah, I've been sipping your way. I really hope that what it is that we have created resonates with you. I hope that you continue to connect with us and that you inspire those who you connect with to connect with us. I'm very big on energy exchange, and I am a thorough believer in your vibe attracts your tribe. So thank you for hanging out with us this long, and until next time, I love you. Take care of yourself.
I love you. And I know you weren't talking to me, you was talking to them. But I love them. I know. I love y'all. Go find a sister. Go find somebody to love on. Go find somebody to be transparent with and to be vulnerable with. Go find your tribe. Put out that vibe so you can attract your tribe. I'm stealing that.
I love that.
That's it,
it's yours. I'm trying to tell you. All right, now this has been Soul Sister Speak with Bee Nicole and
LC Frazier.
Until next time.
Peace.
Peace.